Hello Sniff Garage, another unboxing video again today. So we're looking at the Fujimi Silvia Spec R. Take a wee look at the box. Really nice artwork on the box there. A couple of different versions on the bottom. Same in the side. ID24, I think this is part of the In-Shop series by Fujimi. And on the back here, list of your Mr. Hobby colours and your various warning labels. And then we've just got the same on the other side. If you give me a wee minute, I will open up the bags and the box and we'll take a look inside. Alright, so we've got the bags opened up and we will start off by looking at the instructions. So like I say, this is part of the In-Shop series by Fujimi. These tend to be, I think they're called In-Shop because the wheels are supposed to be slightly bigger. This isn't really so much an instruction manual as a leaflet. There's only 3 pages really. It's a really basic kit. There's not too much stuff going on here. That's it. We'll start off with the first sprue, which is the wheels. So we've got the Spec R wheels there. So they've been chromed, but it's not that overly shiny chrome. So a slight matte finish to it, semi-gloss. Always prefer that, so it looks a bit better than the super shiny stuff. Next up we have got the chassis and body kit parts. So we've got your chassis there, the exhaust kind of half moulded in, your drivetrain gearbox, the oil pan for the engine all moulded in here, although there is a hole here, so I don't know if some versions of this kit maybe came with an engine. This is a fairly new tooling for Fujimi. A lot of the ones tend to be a lot older, but this is seems to be pretty crisp, pretty clean so far. And we've got your body kit, so you get your side skirts there. Already, after me saying it was really clean, you've got a couple of wee bits of flash there. Yeah. Get your front bumper too. Also a bit of flash along the top edge. Needs a little bit of tidy up. And next up it's the rear bumper. Your connecting points onto the sprue are right at that corner there, so they all need to be cleaned up as well. And we've got, I'm guessing these are spoiler parts. Big massive bit of flash here. It's your centre support for the spoiler, your rear brake light goes, and then the spoiler itself. Again, sprue points meet right in the external part of the spoiler there, so it's going to need a bit of cleaning up. Alright, next sprue. This is, I would say that this is the interior or exterior parts, but there's so little parts with this kit that everything's just kind of mixed together. So you get the next section of your exhaust, rear axle, wing mirrors. I'm not sure what these parts are. That's your wheel pegs, handbrake and gear lever. Rear box for your exhaust, window wipers, number plate, your rear view mirror, steering column, exhaust tips, and we have a steering wheel option there, and your front and rear wheel hubs and suspension. Again, quite a bit of flash around there, need to clean that up. I don't actually think these parts are used anyway, but as you can see there's quite a bit of flash. Next up we have front and rear subframes. That's your rear subframe there with the differential moulded in, your steering rack, and then your front subframe. It's quite nicely detailed. Next up we have, these will be for the Spec R model. I'm guessing these are slightly lower than the other suspension parts. You've got your pins already moulded into the back there. And I am guessing this is a replacement for the rear axle. I don't know if it has to be shorter or longer for the rear wheels if you're lowering it, so I'm guessing that's what that bar is for. Next up, it's interior. So typical Fujimi fashion, we've got the tub all moulded in, no separate sides or anything. Does make it quite tricky to paint. Very plain door cards, although you do have your cup holders moulded in there, and your rear seat and speakers look like they're quite nicely moulded. It's really strange, you've got some bits of flash, but the actual moulding is pretty crisp. There seems to be around the edges, there's some little bits that are going to need tidied up. And we have the dashboard. Your vents moulded in there, stereo. Also got some more number plates, another steering wheel option, another gear lever. Unsure what this piece is for, but and then we have your two front seats. Next up we have the clear sprue. Your main window glasses, front and rear lights, a brake light for the spoiler, and your front fog lights too. Take a wee look at the decals. Very bare bones decals here, not a lot going on. You've got a Silvia number plate. It's also, you can make your own Japanese style number plates, and you've got the different options there. These, I'm pretty sure these correspond to the size of the engine in the car. So the higher number will be a higher displacement engine. Some dials there, various Silvia badges. You've got your Spec S and your Spec R, and your Japanese sort of tax discs, permits there too. And the added bonus for this kit comes with window maskings, so should make painting those windows a doddle. Then next up, just take a wee look at the tyres. Get this camera to focus. I think it's supposed to say Dunlop. Yep, there we go, Dunlop. Quite nice moulded, but seam down the middle, but not too bad. Then we also have the Polycarbs in here. And we also have some, if I can get them out, metal exhaust tips. That's not going to focus. That's quite a nice touch there, the real metal exhaust tips. And last but not least, we have the body shell. Comes with the bumpers, front and rear are separate. Got your headlamps moulded in, which with that lip there can be quite tricky to paint. Also got your Silvia badge moulded in on the bonnet there. I quite like, one thing I do like about Fujimi's newer kits is the way they do their wing mirrors. You've got a nice platform there to attach the wing mirror to. It's got somewhere to grab onto. Makes them a bit more sturdy. You're less likely to knock them off. You could also drill through here and put a little peg, little piece of plastic or something to hold them in a bit better. It's actually quite a clean body for Fujimi. Doesn't seem to be too many mould lines. Just a tiny bit coming down the back here, but then it comes into the gap on the boot lid. Also got your Silvia and Nissan badges moulded in. These are a nightmare to paint. You have to really be careful when you're doing this. I've seen people spray them silver, then paint over the top of it and then sand back very lightly. You take the colour off so that there's silver left underneath it. It's really tricky to do. The best way is to dry brush it. A couple of little mould lines coming down the back bumper corners there, but all in all, it's quite a nice body shell. Plastic is really thick too. It feels very sturdy. Yeah. This might be one of Fujimi's better kits. Obviously, I'll have to wait and see how it all turns out when I'm building it. I will be entering this into the Kemp Models monthly build off. This is their build off car this month, so I thought I'd give it a bash. So I've ordered this, all my paints etc. from Kemp Models, and I'll be making a start on this over the next week or so. So if you stick around to the end of the video, I will put a little slideshow of the finished build and you can see how it turned out. So yeah, that was the Fujimi Nissan Silvia Spec S15. If you like the video, obviously I always appreciate any thumbs up, comments, subscriptions. You can check me out on Instagram at Glowsniff Garage. You'll be able to see the progress of this build and some of the other builds that I've been working on. And yeah, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Stay around for another little bit, you'll get to see a little slideshow of the finished car, and I will see you in a future video. Cheers, bye.